Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to the show Afrobeats Roundup. My name is Shay, and I've got Big Gala right here. Because there's a whole lot of stuff we have for you tonight. And on this particular episode, Big Lala is right here with me. Quite a lot of things happened over the week that just passed, and this show is actually to round up everything that happens, during the course of the week. It comes to you every now and then. Every week, it's a weekly show, and you're welcome once again to Afrobeat Roundup. Yes, this is Gusto. And Big Lala, what is up? What's happening, Big Lala? Kidon Shele.
Oh, nothing much. I'm just here chilling with my bottle of wine.
Right.
About to have a dope conversation. Afrobeat Roundup. We're here.
Definitely. A lot of things happened over the weekend, or over the week rather, and quite a lot of it. It's been, I think, it's a bit about the good, the bad, and even the ugly as well. Quite a lot of people are getting heated up. The new year, is here, new music, and quite a lot of people are asking themselves who exactly is going to get the first breakout song, who's going to get the first hit of 2025. Big Lala, do you think we have the first hit of 2025 already?
Well, what song would that be? I know when
Joy is coming.
Well, I think in terms of songs that are buzzing, definitely,
Right.
and the way it has spread,
Yeah.
I believe that yes, that's the first hit of the new year. Everywhere you turn to, Joy is coming. That's a well-rounded promo for such an unknown guy. Yeah,
Right.
The team's working hard for him, definitely.
Right. Would you say is that the first hit of the year, or do you think this song is not a hit yet? Let's even start this conversation. Do you think that song is not a hit yet? Do you think we should still wait a little bit more to confirm it?
To be honest, the guy is having such a good one.
Right.
I think that song is a hit, no matter in Niger standards or Afrobeat standards.
Yeah.
Where Is Coming is a hit.
Right.
As meaningless as you might think it is in terms of structural lyrics, but Nigerians don't care about that. They care about catchy songs, catchy ad libs, lamba, and that song is filled with everything. So I believe that's the first hit. Yeah. And
I hear a lot of people saying that if that song was sung by maybe a Davido, Wizkid, or maybe Burna Boy, it would have become bigger than it is right now. Do you think that is? Do you think that's true? Because they keep saying, "Oh, it was Wizkid or Davido, Burna Boy. It would have become a bigger song." All these things and all of that.
To be honest, I don't think these guys have they have the hunger in them to make such a song. To be honest, I don't think so.
Right.
The only person I see who could possibly have made this kind of song is someone who uses songwriters a lot, and that's Davido. I think he could actually, if presented with the idea, he would probably have jumped on it. But Fido is doing his thing by himself, actually. And I don't think any of them would have done a better job than he has done.
Right. And talking about jumping on it, I saw a tweet today. Was it today or yesterday? Someone saying, "Oh, Davido getting on, Joy Is Coming remix would really be a major one for Fido." Does this song need a Davido though? Like, does this song need Davido remix? Can Davido take it to the next level?
Well, any of these top guys can take an artist to the level that they need to be. I'm going to take your mind back to when Asake came up, and then he had Omah, right?
Yeah.
And Olamide jumped on it, and you saw the effect of that on his career.
It was really big. I agree. Absolutely agree with you.
And it didn't stop there. It didn't stop there. What next happened?
Sungba.
So, but he already had that song as a hit. That's right. He already had it as a hit. But there's just that extra, level these guys take you when they feature on the song. And then I think if he gets an opportunity to jump on it, he should definitely take it.
Okay, so who exactly is this song going to favor? Do you think Fido is going to benefit more from this, or you think Davido will benefit more, looking at the fact that it is the recent current song or something? Because I see people going for and going against. I put up a poll on our IG page, with that post, and I said, do you need Davido to get on this? Are they going to make a hit together, or no? It's cancelled because they had an issue of this Asake FC thing. So Teddy BG are still angry with Fido for that particular thing. They believe, firmly that he knew about the fact that was Davido's tag name given to him by Wizkid. So now they're saying, oh, this guy is canceling our fan base and everything. We don't want him anymore. We're not going to stream his song and all of that. If Davido gets on that remix, do you think Teddy BG will support it?
Well, I don't think they are that of a they are diehard like that in terms of our principal has done something that we're not going to support what he's done or that a song is featured in. To be honest, I think the majority of them would go along with the flow and turn the sadness between them and Fido into good payout. To be honest. And again, Fido has come out to apologize. So I think they can move forward. It's not even the worst thing that could have happened because there's so much ignorance in what Fido had done. Instead of Asake FC, in the whole meaning of the word, it doesn't make sense to. It shouldn't make sense to.
And he's apologized already. I mean, the guy don't apologize now. Say I beg, I no vex. So I don't know. Say that Davido they call us Apollo and everything. I respect Ade. I mean, he's done the bit of trying to do the damage control and all of that.
Yeah.
And I guess that Television should be able to forgive him because really, waiting day for there. I know it's a whiz or maybe a burner that they cannot forgive right now. But I mean, waiting because I feel with all their
FC, the guys trying to make it work
outsiders,
yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, right. If Davido jumps on it, I think they will support it. I don't think they will make it a force.
Yeah, I think they will. I'm talking about Joy is coming. Big Lala, that disappearance that happened over the course of the week. Minus 10 million. In fact, there was a point it was owing Spotify streams. You understand? It was less than 1,000. Like it was less than 1,000. So it was owing Spotify streams or something like that. And then from 10 million to that number, and then came back to 10 million and 10 million streams again. What's up with all the glitches and everything from Wizkid on Apple Music down to Fido right now? Davido as well. His Awoke and funds got deducted and those streams never came back.
Okay, so in terms of Spotify, I think recently they did launch some sort of campaign around people who are getting more streams than they should. I mean, maybe their system is picking up things that it should not, or maybe, basically they want to find out people who are committing streaming fraud. Now, this is a new system by Spotify. It's not in any way, shape, or form in the best. I mean, they will have tested anyway, but I don't think it's in any shape or form accurate 100%. But I would say it is 90 or 95% accurate because if it sees any irregularity, it will flag it up. So what they've been doing these days is when that happens, they do send an email to the DSP letting them know that they found this particular song with this code, have participated in streaming fraud, and for that reason, we are going to remove so number of amount of streams
from the song,
the song, and we're going to find you as a DSP because this is what your client has done.
As a distributor,
yes. I know Spotify does that right now, and I know Apple Music, they would yank off your song. Actually, they would yank it off, whether it is true or false. Now, the possibility of all these guys committing this crime is very high because most of the time you're not even in control sometimes. If you look at things like the iTunes chart, I'll use that as an example. I know it's far-fetched, but look at iTunes chart, for example. Nobody uses it.
They've absolutely destroyed that chart. Like you literally could as long as you have your money, I saw a post, Big Lala, some days ago, someone on my WhatsApp, on the case of anonymity right now. That person posted Billboard US Afrobeat songs chart.
Mm-hmm.
The person said, "Holla at me if you want to get on this chart." I was like, "Huh? Really?"
You can't fix that. I'll tell you how they will go about that.
So that's why he said that. That's why he said. He said if you want to get on this, so it means if you are a tune boy or a G's boy from K2 and you have 20 something million, you have millions of naira to spend, you can get your song on the Billboard US Afrobeat songs chart.
But it's not as easy as just plugging it there.
So why do we have that kind of person actually or just selling that kind of market, on social media, saying if you want to get on it? So does it mean that he has a plug, and does it mean that it is no more organic anymore?
To be honest, organic is very subjective, right? There's a lot of things that happens right now, Shay, that everybody thinks is organic, but there are people who are thinking behind the scenes, who are promoting rights and getting the right results for you to appear on these charts, right? So wherever that person is advertising, that Afrobeats chart, I think is 100 or 200 long, right? And the requirements to be on that chart, there's actually requirements, things you have to do before your numbers start counting or be considered for that chart, right? What he's probably selling is what he's just said, where you have to register your song, where you have to focus in terms of promotions, where you should get the most.
This what I saw is not what you're saying.
I tell you, say now waiting they could do with that. But you say if you want to sell market, you only want to sell. You sell with the punchline. You're not going to sell it with all this story I'm about to do.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to say, oh, this is what I'm going to deliver to you. How you're going to deliver is some people. In fact, the artists themselves don't care. Right? Shebi used to bring money. It's for the guy to now use the money to achieve the results. Why I don't think it is for you to go and fix a song on that chart. No, that's not how it works. You still have to do the things that needs to be done, which is get the streams, get the purchases for you to be able to make those placements. It's very important. So that's where all the money goes to. Basically,
is Fido stream farming or the song is that popular? Why do you laugh now? A question I ask
you. Okay. You know what it is? I don't think he is stream farming, right? And the reason being is, I know that he does have backers who are very wealthy.
Yeah.
And they are spending money. They are doing the right things. If people are doing the right things and they do a bit of something on the side, I won't knock. I mean, I can't knock that, because in the end it's generated the right results, right? And I know Fido and his team are actually doing the right thing in promoting. I know. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I've been a middleman to get some things done, to get this done in terms of social media promo, or get your things here, get your things there. And which is the right way to go. It's expensive, and I see the amount of times I'm having to do this. That's the first time I clocked that this guy is not independent like people think he is. I saw a tweet the other day.
He's got backing.
Yeah, he's got backing, and backing is money.
Financial backing, yeah.
Yeah, it's not financial backing. It's not. If you think it's organic, it is engineered. If I use that word, it's engineered, and the reason why it's engineered is he's got backing, and you would see that he's you've seen him in places. You see influencers jump on his songs and everything. You see all these blogs post his song with
every now and then. Blogs on IG, on Facebook.
Exactly. Do you think all these things are
everywhere?
You think maybe I don't want, but do you think all these things are organic all the time? They're not. Some certain platforms see it as buzzing and they would fall in line. But before they thought it was,
the big boys have to post first, and the big boys will get paid for sure.
So some of you would do it because you didn't know that this person, but the person that is working behind the scenes is making who's thinking about the best plan, is executing it perfectly, and you can see the end results.
Yeah.
In cases like that, I can't even fault them. I can't fault them, and I'm not saying 100% he's stream farming or he's not stream farming. To be honest, I don't know. I know I said no, he's not. To be honest, I don't know. But it takes a lot to be able to make this sort of impact in a short period of time. But again, there's precedent for this. If Asake can do it when he got signed to YBNL, then Fido can do it. The only difference is we don't know who the backing of Fido is, but he's definitely got backing, and that
God,
backing,
I won't know who they back Fido.
that backing comes with a huge amount of cash.
Huge amount of money,
And
definitely.
yeah, I'm sure you've been long in this business. You know that some of the things you think are natural or organic,
Of course. So is engineering another name for farming, or they're both, they are quite different?
They're not even the same thing. People farm senselessly. That's how you get caught. When you farm and there's no social capital to back up your farming, then you farmed senselessly or aimlessly.
Right.
But the way it has gone for Fido, even if I'm not saying he's farming, even if he was farming, you cannot tell because the social media capital is there. You are seeing him on all the blogs. You are seeing him controversies. His song is trending. Random people are actually using his song. But does that equate to him being number one on all these charts? Definitely not, because we know it doesn't work that way 100% of the time, right? But at least you can see two things are happening at the same time, which means people are thinking in the right way.
You know, Lala, this whole thing, it's making me think, what's the difference between, this music farming thing, social engineering, and all of that, to money laundering? Because money laundering also, you want to create a business that people think you are making money. Meanwhile you are getting your
There's a big difference, because at the end of the day, for this music P, you get to a level where you don't even have to do that body crap anymore. You get
right, because you have been big and everything.
Everybody knows you as a big artist. Your song is already buzzing, right?
Yeah.
What's the point? The only problem that might arise in the future is you release a song without your machinery that usually does things for you.
Yeah.
And then the numbers don't match up. That's when people start raising eyebrows.
Right, raising eyebrows. Anyways, Fido also met up with Wiz, in Lagos, and there's been loads and loads of people asking for a collaboration between these, two guys. Say, Wizkid and Fido. These guys would make a very, very good, maybe like a collaboration together. Yeah, I'm thinking between a Davido and a Wiz, who exactly does Fido need if he needs a top 3 collaboration with the big 3? If he needs to go with any of the big 3, who do you think Fido should go for? Burna Boy, Wizkid, or Davido?
If you want, I think it depends on the kind of audience.
Don't go. Please don't. I'm thinking you want to say if you want local, if you want to do it international. Don't go there before they ban our show. Don't go there. I'm just asking.
It depends on the audience.
David, Burna Boy, audience. You don't today. You don't they come again. You don't they come.
All 3 of them can give him the best. Can give him the best. What's it called?
What does Fido need right now? Does he need the local audience, or he needs to go international at this point?
To be honest, with the local audience, they still don't know who Fido is. To be honest,
so they know still needs to stay grounded locally.
Yeah, he needs to stay grounded locally. I think only people who are social media savvy would know that it's this guy.
So who's going to take him to that level, next level locally? Burna Boy, David, Wiz.
If I mention this now, that means I'm going where you don't want me to go.
Please go.
I think who has the biggest fan base locally is 2 of those 3 guys. Is David or Burna. I don't think Burna has an equally solid fan base like those 2 in Nigeria.
Oh, you mean David and Wiz?
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah,
David and Wiz. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So between David and Wiz, who should Fido go for? If you're Fido's manager. If you're Fido's manager.
I don't give you the gist now. Between the 2 of them, it doesn't have to be one of them. I think either of them can give him.
Some people are a bit skeptical though. They're like, Wizkid will chop Odumodu Eye, for Murayo album. Wizkid will whine Black Bones, whine Charlie Poppy, whine every other person, and still they didn't make the album.
Of all people to even mention Charlie Poppy, Wiz. I think Wiz is smart enough to know that. So there's some people who just use their.
Wiz and Charlie were together, all throughout that time in the studio together. They were even banting themselves over wristwatches and everything. Odumodu as well was literally almost sure that he was going to get on the album on that night. when he saw the track list, he just said, "Oh my days, no way! This thing, I didn't make this album and everything." People now started saying, "Oh, Wizkid go wine you, go put you for album." He did that for Black Bones as well. Didn't put him on the More of Less Ego album and everything.
Yeah.
So people were thinking Fido would be better off tilting towards Davido than Wiz, because Davido,
To be honest, that's the easiest for him. That's because it's fact that Davido is much more easily accessible than Wiz.
Yeah,
definitely.
I hope that's not a shade on Davido.
No, it's fact. It's fact. I think even the fan base know that he's easily accessible, right? You see, for example, and those things cause disrespect for him. See the way Portable, they always disrespect Davido now. Come on.
No. That Portable thing. That Portable thing, they pay me as well. Because there was a particular live that I saw of recent. That was who be Davido gone? Who be Davido? Guy, like really? What really happen? He say he promised you song, do am. You can't say he carry you, he whine you. Wizkid where you meet for London with Skepta. Why they talk follow and talk anyhow? Say this.
He gets one with Wizkid, I go bend.
Do you understand? Or a Burna Boy. Why? Like the disrespect is just too much, because he called you out. You guys ate together and everything. You think he's gonna give you a song? Okay, he say he'll give you. He say he go give you. He don't give you again. So what? All of a sudden you went on a slander, on a media slander, went going to interviews and everything. To be honest, I think Portable. I didn't want to discuss this case, to be honest, because anytime I think about it, I just get very upset, because you cannot disrespect Davido like that. I don't care how accessible he is. You just cannot disrespect David like that. No
and
way.
it's not the only one who does that.
No way.
There's also a certain.
Look at Young Gidu saying, Wizkid, if you want to see Wizkid, they go throw you inside. But Davido did beside me for there. We did. Those kind of remarks are what gives off Davido as this guy is. But to be honest, he's just being David. He can't change himself. Davido cannot change himself. You understand? So it is what it is, and all the best to Fido on his potential collaboration with David or with Wiz. Asake is disturbing the internet, Big Lala. There's a lot of things to say about Asake. Right from this guy was missing for the Lungo Boy party, and that was the beginning of the whole thing. How dare you not come for your own party? Asake Lungo Boy block party. People expected Asake to come up on stage, maybe not to even perform, at least to see his fans. And Asake was not even in Nigeria, and is still not in Nigeria till today. What exactly is going on with Ololade Mr. Money?
Shibi, I tell you, I told you when last we had this conversation that this guy is going through something, and you can tell. Some people think his vibes is just branding, but at this juncture, I don't think it's branding. I think the guy is going through things. Sometimes fame
could be going through, Big Lala.
Plenty things.
You've got money. You got this guy. When it comes to money, you can't tell me that Empire are taking all his money and he doesn't have anything. Asake has. This guy spent 40,000. The last video I saw, 40,000 on on jewelries, 100K on jewelries and everything, buying lots of cars and everything.
Yeah, you think money solves everything for everyone? There's people that don't have money that money is a problem for, but for people that have money is not their problem. It's not the source of.
There's another problem again.
Yeah.
So what's Asake? What could he be going through?
I don't know. Because look, like I said before, the way he looks is totally different. It's not the same. Now he has tattoos all over on his head, on his everywhere.
That's the thing. There's a change. The new look, the tattoos. I saw a recent video, or I saw a recent picture rather. A video first, a snippet. What's the name? Something about love. It's a new snippet by Asake, and he's got that snippet, and he's also gone to his snippet era again, where he previews a snippet before he drops the music. Why Love, that is the name of the song that Asake just previewed. We know when Asake started that time. He previews all his songs, Terminator, to Organize and everything, to Mokwe, he previews them. Now he's gone back to that era of previewing. But apart from that, what's up with all the tattoos and Kodak Black, comparison and everything?
Mm.
The
Again.
latest picture on his IG page right now, very clearly this guy has way over 7-8 tattoos on his face alone.
Just to put it into perspective, I don't have anything against tattoos, but there's been a change in what Asake used to be, and what he is right now. Right.
Yeah.
People can only do that when they are going through things. I'm going to take you back to when, for example, Olamide on the remix, was it the remix on the song with Bella Shmurda, right?
Yeah.
He puts into perspective what people, what artists could be going through, and they do things that people think, oh, he's swag, he's
triumphant, that's all.
And then you don't know that he's going through a lot. Olamide dyed his hair 2 different colors within a year because he lost his father, he lost his son, his mother.
His father and his mother, yeah.
So that kind of thing happened to him, and he was going through it. He was doing things, and people thought, oh, swag, order for order. We waited at the color these days. People thought all those things that's what it is with Olamide, but it was totally different. So the lyrics pointed out to the fact that Olamide was actually going through something, and we did not notice. And people don't usually notice. You think it's all part of the brand, it's all part of design of who he should be right now. This guy is going through something. The way I look at it, he's going through something. He's doing things differently. Of course, the rumors with YBNL and things like that turns out to be, of course, true, because there's no smoke without fire. They say. So I think I saw a tweet where someone said, just because he didn't go to a show and people are running woman music. These things have happened because some certain things have happened. It's unusual, and it's only okay. Like it's normal for people to start, suspecting that something has happened. So, there's a different influence, and I think there's an increase in the use of, I don't want to name substances, whatever it is. Right now is normal. It's not normal for Asake, and I hope he gets over it. So.
Right. His latest video rather, Wine. A lot of people believe that that's the last he's going to do with YBNL, because the latest he released that video, and then just some days later he's dropping a snippet to Why Love. That's the new single dropping very, very soon. Is this officially the end of the Asake YBNL Olamide partnership?
Maybe. And it shouldn't come as a surprise, like we've said before. It shouldn't come as a surprise. He's if he moves on, I think Empire is on hand to snap him up directly without YBNL in the picture. And I think Olamide will be fine with that, actually. I don't think it'll be issues.
Right. And I've got tweets, during the course of the week as well, of people saying, oh, Asake is trying so hard to Americanize himself, trying to go with the Western culture, trying to do everything possible to infuse himself into their kind of system and culture with all the, like you said, I'm not also against tattoos, to be very honest, but people are saying, this is not you, Lameda. This is not you, Ololade Asake.
His name Ahmed.
His name is Ahmed. So his name is Lameda. Yeah. His recent post on Instagram said, he captioned it Lameda. So Ahmed Ololade Asake. His mother's name is Asake. So Ahmed Ololade, that's his name. And people are saying, are you trying to compete with Kodak Black? What's the Western influence thing? But is Asake losing himself? Figlala.
To be honest, I don't know. Anybody really close to Asake, please come and tell us. But music wise, he hasn't lost it, definitely.
No, he hasn't. Definitely, he hasn't lost it. It's just
things are, maybe he's just entering a different era for him as a person, as a musician, and this is just
what kind of era is that?
Artists go through different eras. So even Wizkid went through a different era. Before, when he was a good boy, a lover boy, then he went through his Lone Ranger era, and then started doing tattoos and all those things. Now he's in another era. So artists go, they always metamorphosize, what they call it. Yeah, they metamorphosize into different different things. And I think
Right.
this is just us witnessing a different era for Asake.
Different Asake. So, if you're to predict the new era for Asake, how should we, what should we be expecting from this brand new Asake in terms of the music, in terms of his management, in terms of, movement and every other thing? What should we be expecting from Asake?
Well, you know that he's been at it as a top musician, not just as a musician. As a musician, maybe longer than that, but as a top musician, he's about to clock 3 years, I think, if I'm correct.
It's clocked 3 already. He released Okoya in January, 2020.
Yes. So that means he's clocked 3 years as a top musician. He started getting the traction 3 years ago. And then he had the sort of rise that we've never seen before. I mean, in modern Afrobeats. I don't want to say, I don't want to refer to the guys like the band in the past, because they also had big ones like this. They hit Nigeria with this, and then they started, doing their thing and cashing out. So for Asake, yes, I think he's going to enter. He still has at least a good solid 3 years behind him before things have to start taking a back seat a bit. Only a few artists have been able to go 5 years strong and remain at the highest level. Only a few. A lot of them wash out. In fact, 3 years, 4 years, they wash out and then they're not able to sustain.
Correct.
I think he has a good 3 years behind him, artistically, and because there will be new cats who are coming up who are about to take that spot, and there will be new investments backing those guys as well. So I'm giving him, I think, 3 years. He's going to give us the best of himself. We're in that third year now, so I think 2 more years for him. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, wishing Asake all the very best, and whatever it is at all, we are right here at Afrobeats Roundup, Costo TV, Costo, podcast. We are here to support Asake any day, anytime. Lameda is our guy, and we'll continue to support him. Anyways, talking about another guy who is our guy, but he's not well at all. He's not well. I can say, Bigala, I can say this guy is not well at all.
How do you know he's not doing it on purpose?
Anyways, this guy is not well. Maybe it's on purpose or not. I really, really do not know. He's giving dues to whom honor is due right now, because there's a new nickname for Portable in town right now. And I guess the nickname.
What's the
Lowo Sony? That's what he calls himself on the streets of Songota right now, saying he's a Lowo Sony. Basically, it's there were reports of him getting a lot of money, royalties, and he even posted it, say, thank you very much, Sony Music, thank you very much, Skepta. I got the money, my royalties for Tony Montana, Psycho, Wako, I want to explode. Yes, so Portable finally getting royalties for that particular song, and he actually tagged it No Ripping Zone. Thank you very much, Skepta. Now, was that a shade to Pokoli?
Well, to be honest, Pokoli tried to play a fast one. I don't think he expected that the guy would be as savvy as he should. As vast as you may think he is, he's quite knowledgeable on what his rights should be as a musician.
Yes,
I give that to Portable.
Absolutely, 100%.
A lot of beat artists have this sort of, understanding of the game like he does. A lot of them will not even sign some deals or will not even drop on some certain songs.
Yeah.
I think yes, that was a good.
And he's not afraid. He's not afraid to call out anyone who. That is one thing. Even if you are Drake, if Drake rips Portable today, Portable is going to come out and say, Drake, rip me. He's going to say it. He's never going to hide his
mouth. That president though, like nobody can come to Portable now and try to rip him, because you know. So if you're not doing proper, you're not even allowed in.
Yeah. And I think in a very indirect way, he's been able to set that mark in the industry. People now know that first of all that you cannot rip Portable. So it also means that you as an emerging artist who is not Portable can also stand up for your right. If Portable can do it, you can do it as well. And shout out to Skepta. Skepta also tweeted during the course of the week saying Portable is one of the realest humans that is seen, in the industry that is, that's full of fakes and everything. Is Portable really, one of the realest humans? And looking at his issues with with David, hailing Burna Boy, hailing Wizkid as well. Why is it that it is Davido that he has an issue with?
Well, I think that Davido issue came from, I think, Zlatan.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
it came from Zlatan. So
Yes.
I mean, he got angry, but he's hitting out at the wrong person. Like, his wrath should be with Zlatan most of the time. Not with David, but yeah, he's gone about that it's that way. Well, yeah, talking about him and Skepta, I think, I don't know how much you think how much you think he got.
Omah, I don't know, but this guy, for him to be giving himself this whole what's the name now? This whole nickname of Olowo Sony. That's what they call him now. At his Zazuba, be Odoguba in this in Songo. Apparently, it's Portable as well. I mean, I can understand the fact that Skepta called him one of the realest people, because you know what Portable did after he got that money?
Yeah.
He went to the street to share some part of that money to people, to let them know. In fact, he was telling them, I've gotten my royalties for Tony Montana, and I'm here on the street to actually give you a part of it. He's like their chief or their king in that Songo area. And so, I mean, I know for sure, I can say it for sure, that Portable, he has a good heart.
You still never answer my question. How much do you think he got? Put a number to it.
Okay, so let's say Davido talked about a producer that he worked with on Timeless giving him $20,000, today and all of that, and all of those things. So I'm thinking this guy worked on about 3 songs. Maybe you produced and he also co-wrote a couple of songs, and he made a lot of money, so much that he could give you $20,000. Now, Portable and Tony Montana, Portable and Skepta, Tony Montana did number 1 on Spotify for a couple, maybe days or maybe 2 weeks.
50 million, close to 50 million streams on Spotify right now.
50 million streams on Spotify.
And let's just say he has 12 million on Apple Music.
Let's say he has 12 million. That's 27 million already.
And then there's the YouTube audio.
There's YouTube audio. There's YouTube video as well. Yeah. I think that if Portable will get anything at all, it should be getting close to 30 million naira or more.
In dollars?
No. In naira. Oh, in dollars.
The payout is in dollars.
The payout is in dollars. I would say maybe $15,000 or $20,000.
I think it might be close to that. I think the reason why I think it's close to that is, or even more, is because I think Skepta has already said that he's not going to be paid. He doesn't want to earn anything from this song, and all the earnings would be going to Portable.
Oh, I mean, if he's going to Portable, then that means it should be more than maybe.
Yeah. So one thing I don't know is if the producers are aligned. The guy who produced that was J5.
Yeah. Oh, J5, yeah.
So I know J5 is expensive, so I just don't know if J5 was is also in the picture of, I don't want to earn from this, I want to give the rest to
Portable, to support him and everything.
If that is the case, I think Portable should be getting nothing less than, at this very moment, $20,000. And what's $20,000 in Naira at the moment?
Make a calculator.
It's 31 million naira.
How much?
31 million naira.
31 million naira. That's a lot of money. Yeah. That's a lot
if he does this and he says, this 1 million naira on top of his 30 million, let me go and share it to the street.
To the street, yeah.
So for him to do that, the bag must have been heavy.
For him to have done, for him to have done that.
Heavy. I believe if it's around in this 30 to 50 million naira right now, because there are other platforms that haven't considered. There's also the publishing aspect that we've not considered.
Right.
Because the song was played in the UK a lot of times. Even in the US, if you're getting all those things, those are where it's properly tracked and your money will not miss. It's also listed as a songwriter.
Songwriter on it, yes. It's a songwriter on it.
So if Skepta is not earning, that's is earning and Skepta's earning. And that's
a lot of money. That's a big bag. That's a big bag.
Even if that's 2 million, you go share for streets. That's a big bag.
That's a big bag, yeah, definitely. Anyway, shout out to Portable. Also, Skepta giving Portable, his flowers as well. Hopefully, we can have another international collaboration from Portable, as well. What's happening with the Odumodu Black and Skepta collaboration, though?
I think that will drop when it drops. I don't think because a lot of effort was put into it by Skepta. Also, the timing isn't right. I think they hooked up in December. There was no rush to drop that out in December anyway. And January is not the month all the top acts or any sensible person drops music. To be honest, they chill. Because January is relaxing period.
Right.
Probably February or March.
People they find money for January now.
They find money. They find out with shows. Some December they run through from December to January. Some certain countries.
Definitely.
Yeah, and things will always happen. Award shows will also coming up as well. So
definitely. Yeah. Anyways, move on to Davido, who is actually having fun right now. I saw him on the video with Amaju Pinnick. They sorted out their issues. He was on holiday when a news broke. A particular young, very beautiful, young girl, young lady, Anu, she called herself Anu Adeleke, said, "Hi guys, Merry Christmas, blah, blah, blah," and all of those things. And then a couple of comments on her post. And Davido's former lawyer, Bobo Ajidua, came to debunk a couple of things. Now, what that person said was about, Davido's eldest. In fact, on her profile, she said she's Davido's first daughter. This particular lady, or this particular young girl, very, very soft-spoken and all of that. Bobo went to that page to debunk that particular case at the time, saying, they went to 2 different hospitals and it was alleged, or it was declared that Davido is not the father of the child and everything. Now, the mother of the child has come out to say that they never went to any 2 hospitals. It was just a small clinic, and also alleged that before they did the test and everything, money exchanged hands between Mr. David Adeleke, that's Davido, and the doctor or the supposed doctor of the clinic. So whatever the result was at the time could have been tampered with. Davido in another sort of this whole, and also interestingly, Kemi Oluloyo is like the godmother for
I think I remember.
Adeleke child. What exactly is going on with Kemi Oluloyo and Adeleke, the mother, Bobo, and Davido?
Yeah, I think this was 2 years ago.
Yeah, but
I think when Kemi Oluloyo was ranting on
social media, about Davido abandoning his daughter and everything.
Yeah, true. To be honest, I don't think David is that kind of person to abandon a kid if he truly is the father
of the child.
People that I know that I can't do that, David, Wiz. These people already have children with different women, right? There's no shame in it again if any other thing pops up, right? Whether officially or unofficially, to care for the child. I don't think there are people who would do that. To be honest, I don't think so. I think based on what I've just said, and based on what the lawyer said, because he was the
Lala, I am actually specifically not happy with the fact that Bobo, the lawyer, who, as far as I know right now, does not represent Davido at this time anymore.
Yeah, but right? He was one who fixed the issue then.
Yes. Now, they tweeted, or I said someone commented on the girl's page. Bobo carried himself to that page. Now, for me, they could comment anything they want to comment. Why did you carry yourself down there? They could say anything they want to say.
But that's been going on. Though. Did you see that page? Well made, Davido's first daughter on Instagram.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. What I'm saying is, did they tag Bobo for him to comment on the girl's page?
They don't need to tag Bobo. It's basically, even though you're not officially representing Davido.
Davido send a message, you make it defend them.
No.
No,
But
because I kind of feel
this,
like his
this is not the first
comment.
time he's doing this now.
Yeah,
Bobo has been.
I kind of feel like his comment is what has brought back this whole thing again. I don't know if you're understanding me, Lala.
Even if he didn't comment, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
didn't comment the first time when Camille came out and was saying all these things now.
yeah.
So it's whether they are working together or not, it's still close pals because you're still seeing him hanging out with David, whether you like it or not.
So you think he was just defending Davido?
Basically, as someone who's a friend to him. So and he's just doing his duty as a friend, not in a official capacity. So I don't see a problem with him going there because if I personally handled something and it's still happening, I have to put the record straight, even if Davido doesn't, because I did handle it, right? So I have no problem with him going there to comment.
Or the mother is saying right now that Bobo was not there at the time and that he joined years later and all of that. So who is saying the truth and who is lying?
To be honest, no, Bobo was not there. But what did he say? Oh, there's two
hospitals that were
they did DNA testing too. Of course, they don't do DNA tests in hospitals. You go to lab unless the hospital has a lab anyway, right? But the lady saying no, the money change hands, this and that. Again, I don't think there's a fact that yes, indeed, this is Davido's kid. And again, I don't know, as a guy, if you don't want to have anything to do with something that you think and someone thinks they can rope you into it by fire by force, or just model up your I don't know. This is going to another area I don't even want to go to, because as a lady, right now, if you're pregnant and the person doesn't want it, doesn't want it to be, I think if I was a lady, if anything, I would proudly, raise up that kid with my last name and all those things, and not force it on. Now it looks a bit weird. Now it looks like she's trying to go dig. That's what it looks like. Forcing it and say, oh, did the father of the son consent to call the girl an Adeleke? Is it by force? That she knows there's something to gain if it is true, which is why she's trying to force the issue.
So do you think she's trying to go dig right now?
That's what it looks like. She's trying to go dig, right? If you had any
But would you blame her though?
that's what I'm saying. Well, who would want to believe that yes, is it if the guy says no and they've said they've done paternity tests and they say it's come out negative, So if you had any sort of pride in your body, in your human spirit, you raise that kid and look at the video. It's not like she's even doing bad, right? Because I know a lot of money was actually donated for that girl back then. I know that Camilo took her to a bank, they opened an account, and they got a lot of donations back then when this issue came up.
Yeah.
Right? So again, I don't think it should get to a stage where you are now making a Instagram page for your daughter and putting Davido's first child or Davido's first daughter. Again, it's forcing it. It's forcing it, and it looks like you're just trying to go dig. Just move on. Even if it's true and the data comes, you will be vindicated. But right now, what are you fighting for? For your daughter to be called an Adeleke? Is it by force for your daughter to be called an Adeleke? She's already putting a lot of stories in that girl's head now.
Yeah.
And the girls be thinking, my father not even sent me David Adeleke. Oh, just raise your pikin. Raise your pikin, right? When she grow up, she will become better thing. She become better thing past Davido's F. Just do your thing and move on.
Big Lala, while people are trying to tell the lady to move on as well, a couple of people are also apportioning blames to David, because if David had stayed away from that lady, or if he had maybe had some sort of extra protective measures, you know what I mean, this kind of issues this would be dead on arrival already, instead of having this kind of back and forth over let's do DNA or let's do this and that and everything. Should some blame go to Davido as well?
There's no blame. He's not been proven to be the father of the kid. He's denied it. True and true that this girl is not my Abby.
Yeah.
And he's denied it. What do you want to blame him for? Unless it's proven that he's the father, right? Then that's when you can start to apportion blame to Davido. If he's denied it. As long as it's denied, there's no blame to affection to him.
Wow, this issue, I just hope it doesn't, because I'm like right now I'm thinking, if Kemi Olunloyo picks up this case again, it is going to be another sort of internet mess everywhere. The whole internet will just be whole, the way she normally flogs or overflogs this kind of issues and all of that. And
She's
David,
quiet on play. Maybe because I block, I don't see much of her.
yeah,
I don't.
David with his wife Chioma right now, and they are
Yeah.
twins, and they, Imade and Haley, they don't need all of this drama right now, to be honest, around them. So, and of course, it's got their
Drama would
own
always
coming
come. It always come
as well.
Celebrities and drama is 5 and 6. It will always come.
Yeah, but I mean, at this time, David is trying to be a very, very responsible married man.
See, people, they don't change. See, tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
If any lady comes up with proof that Davido was doing some sort of nonsense, in fact, I'm not going to be surprised, because some people can never just change.
Wow.
Can never change.
Anyways, talking about never changing, Wizkid is up. Next on the topic of discussion. There's been a lot going on with Wiz, from the McLaren to meeting loads of people, spending loads of cash, buying stuff for his PA and all of that. Now, Wizkid and Omah was revealed by some sort of insider to say Wizkid is on Omah's new album, the Clarity of Mind album, dropping in 2025. We don't know what date yet. And people are excited about that one. Is this something that excites you too as well, Big Lala?
Well, yes, it's true, but I think Omah is again another artist where now we're talking about.
Who's going through stuff again, Abby?
This guy's always going through stuff, to be fair.
I mean, even with this kind of music,
you know that he's always going through stuff. He's always going through stuff. Again, yes, it's something people should be excited about, especially people who are big fans of Omah. I think it'll be good for him. Is it coming a little too late? I don't know. Omah needs to. He's built a solid fan base around himself. But I think the people who are neutrals, there's some people who are not big fans, but they like your song when you came out. Yeah. They've maybe falling out of love with the kind of songs you sing right now. I think he needs to move in a direction that get those people back on his side. Not that it makes any difference for him with his international bag, but I think locally it's good. There's always that criticism of how he performs and things like that. But yeah, this would be good for him. Good to see Omah, because he used to be the king of charts. Like I was saying, Fido. I missed him when I was talking about Fido. Yeah. Omah blew up, but again, we know that Omah. Let me just backtrack. There's some things you have to fake it till you make it. But right. They've made it right now. But when they were doing their things, they did it good. They did it very, very good, which is do your thing, do your marketing, right? Because whether you like it or not, what we're talking about is a form of marketing, right?
You mentioned
money to just get awareness. Yeah, that's what it is. And after the awareness, what do you do with it? And I think he's made good use of the awareness he's gotten from it.
Right. Anyways, I'm actually waiting for that Omah and Wizkid, collaboration. I know they had a song before. DJ Tunes' Pami with Adekunle Gold as well. Wizkid and Omah were on that particular record, and I can't wait for an Omah and Wiz together. Also, is Omah going to have David on that Clarity of Mind? It's because now let me tell you, when Omah went for an interview in the US, he talked about how him and David made a song. He never thought it was going to be great, but it turned out great, amazing, and stuff like that. Then Davido bought the cyber truck, posted it, and the next thing, Omah bought 2 cyber trucks, according to a lot of pictures online and everything.
Yeah.
Now, I confirmed it as well, because when people say, "Oh, Davido unfollowed Omah," I went to go and confirm it. That's true. Davido is not following Omah anymore. What's going on?
Do you have confirmation that he was following him before?
No, I do not.
So that's not confirmation.
I kind of imagine that if they made a song together, that means they are cool and they are guys. They cannot make a song together and they're not following each other.
We can't make that weird. can't make that conclusion if we cannot find the proof that Davido was
They were following each other before. Right. Anyways, people thought it was the Cybertruck thing that made which I think is not true though. Like that would be very childish of David to.
And in the end, who
follow
don't carry
Omah.
the Cybertruck on Nigeria between the two of them?
Nobody, none of them don't carry the. Anyway, they said
don't carry a Cybertruck on, man. He flew his Cybertruck. He flew it.
David Abi.
Yeah, you know you shippo. He flew it.
But Burna Boy mentioned that some people they say they don't buy Cybertruck. Never see him. Never see him.
Burna Boy is just hating, I beg. He's hating.
Have you seen Davido's Cybertruck?
We've seen it now.
You've seen him drive that Cybertruck.
Have you seen Davido drive recently in what's it called?
In Lagos.
Lagos.
No, I've not.
He's been busy.
Anyway, he's been busy.
He hasn't actually been partying, and he's actually
he's been very busy. He's gone on holidays, Anambra, and all of those kind of things. Anyway, shout out to David. We hope that that collaboration with Omah would also be on the album. Wizkid is still in Lagos. What is that? What would I even call him? That small man still doing in
Amuludun
of Lagos. I mean, a lot of people think that guy would that Wiz would have gone back to London to see his family, his new princess, and all of that. Did he? Do you think Jada gave birth before he came to Lagos?
You know what my theory is. We talked about this one time.
Yes, we did.
Before Moriah came out, I was thinking, when Moriah comes out, that will be when the baby would have been born. And maybe
it's very possible.
It's very possible. We don't know. But he kept it
that Wizkid, right? Can't trust him.
Possible.
Can't trust him. But do you think? But is it a surprise that Wizkid is still in Lagos at this time? I mean,
he misses Lagos. And you can see the happiness in everywhere he's been.
And he's not had enough of Lagos.
He's not had enough of Lagos. So it's been away for a long time. A long time. And if he's enjoying Lagos, let him relax. He deserves it. He's done quite well.
Worked hard.
And I think he's prepping himself for the tour, the Moriah tour. I know they're working behind the scenes for that. So I think very soon you see him jet out. But at this very moment, he's enjoying Lagos. Amuludun. Think by that day. They said
Amuludun of Lagos.
Said your son is back home.
People expected that Wizkid would, while in Lagos, would take a dash to Surrey to meet his guys, at the hood and everything. But I don't think I've seen a video of Wizkid in Surrey since he came, back to Lagos.
He's been partying and having good time. The people that are important will have, been with him where he goes to party anyway. Yeah.
You don't think it's a good idea for him to visit Surrey to just say hi to his people on the street? Let him mulu what do. Basically, he should make them happy, but just because even if Wiz does not give them money, if he's just at the rooftop of the car and everything, waving to them like a president, they will be so happy because it will mark a significant turn of event in their destiny. They will be so happy. Basically saying their boy is back home. Because to be honest, Lagos is home for Wiz, but Surulere is the home. Go. That Shita area is the real home for Wiz. And I kind of think that it would be very good on him to just go say hi.
Nah, he doesn't need it. He's been a Surulere ambassador for.
But that would be him forgetting his roots, don't you think?
He's not forgetting anything. If he wants to do anything for Surulere, I think you should set up things around Surulere that benefits people of Surulere, not just showing up and throwing words of cash. I'm not even a fan of those things. I know he's done it in the past. Davido has done it, Burna Boy does it. Those kind of things. I don't. You've made them literally peasants to you when you do things like that. If you want to really make people of Surulere, Munuwado, set up industries for them, set up things that would keep
Big
them.
Lala, you just trigger something in me right now because I saw another post in December 2023, 2 years ago right now. Yeah, just about 2 years ago. Wizkid said 100 million for the people of Surulere. Has he fulfilled that promise?
To be honest, I don't know. I think we should go. As soon as you ask, Daniel Vega was supposed to ask.
Maybe Daniel will know, maybe he will not know.
But if
now someone has called Wizkid out of that.
Who's that?
I think the person is a Davido fan. I think so.
Okay.
Saying Even Video Milk, the children of Sule never see. Wizkid promised them 100 million in December 2023, and he has not fulfilled his promise. Now, I wouldn't know if that is true or not, but do you think Wizkid will fulfill that promise and it will become a big news?
I think it's in his best interest if he does it and it's in the news, because he did make the publication. He made
public. Yeah, he made it public. Yeah.
So yeah, it would be in his best interest if he does. I don't think he's done. If he's done it, he will say it.
So why has he not done it?
To be honest, Wizkid, please come to
the Afrobeats roundup.
I'll come and tell us why
you
have not fulfilled your promise.
Anyways, I'm sure a couple of Wizkid fans would defend it to say, oh no, maybe he's been busy or maybe he's done it and he doesn't want to say. But anything without proof, Burna Boy will say no evidence. Burna Boy, you say no evidence. You can say you've done everything, but there's no evidence. The same Wiz got his PA a 200 million naira. I mean, allegedly or reportedly 200 million naira. Mercedes-Benz AMG. For Christmas and New Year as a gift and all of that. Now that same Femi said Wizkid bought 5 brand new cars in 10 days, in the space of 10 days. Now that's a lot of money. And shout out to Polanco Autos as well, who got them all the cars. That's the guy that is really
making all the money.
Making all the money, man. Making all the money. And people started comparing, the Femi car to, Israel's VENZA.
How many years ago was that VENZA?
Many years ago. And, a lot of people back and forth and everything. Now, I think that Femi actually deserves that particular, car. Israel as well at the time deserved that car so well. Must everything be about competition between the FCs and the PDPGs?
Like Susan would say, you must always compare. Why is wrong with you people that are always comparing? but the thing is, it's a good deed. Like, it's people who are loyal to you, they deserve the best, and as long as they appreciate
absolutely,
whether big or small, as long as they appreciate it,
absolutely.
But fans would always talk, especially the opposing fans. There's a problem with him. I just hope that whoever is gifted that car is able to maintain it, because if you enter plenty mechanic shop, the amount of best way you go see.
I'm telling you, man.
There. But yeah. It was a good thing to do for someone who has been loyal to you. I think it doesn't matter whether it's a 200 million car or a 50 million car. The Goko is, you are rewarding loyalty. That's
definitely. That's shout out to Femi, shout out to Wiz, shout out to David, these guys. Even Burna Boy got King Manny a Tesla truck, man.
Again, to be honest, I don't want to sound like I'm hating. I don't. Some of these things may not even be true. So these people are smart. But I will give you this car. I will talk say I don't give you this car, but or just for good PR. Are they above those kind of things? Maybe. I think they're above it. But
drive and pay. You remember the line? Drive and pay. Burna Boy drive and pay. That apparently, I think according to apparently some artists in Nigeria do drive and pay. That's why you see some artists buy a car, and then in 6 months they tell you they just bought a new car, but the old car you can't see it anymore. So what happened to the old car? Did they sell it to buy the new one, or it was actually on a lease?
It doesn't matter. Well, okay, now it's possible most of these cars that you see people flaunt is not fully paid. Maybe outside of the country, yes, or even in the country, because the people who sell cars in Nigeria, they will also want to see how people who sell cars outside of Nigeria do their things and see if they can incorporate it, right?
Right.
The same way you see mortgages in outside of the country, right? Now there are companies in Nigeria who provide you a mortgage for your home, right? So those kind of things we could see at least to own vehicle in Nigeria. And in fact, let me not even go to the cars. Let's go to the houses that people say they are buying in Lekki. Most of those things are, there are facilities behind it. They are not fully paid, right? They're not fully paid. You have to, keep up with your payments to make sure that you fully pay it before it's, of course it's just already. But then they can still get their thing back if you miss payments, just like the same way mortgages work. And the same thing could happen with cars. I'm not accusing any of these guys of doing that, because we know they have the money to actually purchase these things outright. I think Wiz has the money to purchase 6 brand new cars. It is very expensive. to buy it from where it's coming from is actually okay because price is reasonable, but to bring it into Nigeria is double that cost. Now, is it worth it? I don't know, but a lot of people do that. Actually, they buy brand new cars. The money na water for some of these guys.
Money na water. Anyways, that's true. Money na water. Shout out to Cubana Chief Priest on that one. That line is actually very legendary. Money na truly water. Anyways, talking about money na water, we've got someone who is actually, who is known to have loads of cash. Even the president of Nigeria says, when I am short of cash, I run to Razak, my friend Okoya. Okoya, who is actually 85 years old right now, is the Are Baba Dini of Lagos. He's got 2 sons, and one of them is an artist. A lot of events happened, in the past couple of weeks with Sir Ahim. Is that his name? Sir Ahim? Sir Ahim, who is an artist, he's a friend to Davido as well, 2 rich kids doing their thing. And a viral video happened. This guy and maybe his brother Rashid or Wahab or something gave a policeman some, loads of cash, stacks of cash and everything, and did a video to it to promote his brand new song, Credit Alert. Yes. And information got to the police, commissioner, and they effected the arrest of that police officer
via the people of social media.
Via social media. And right now, the news we have is that EFCC have been invited, not arrested, invited the Okoya sons to come to their office to come and answer, some cases related to the abuse of the Naira. The policeman is right now in detention while the Okoya sons would honor the invite of the FCC. What do you have to say about all of this issues?
Well, it's just the poor man always suffers at the end of the day. The rich people, they don't pay any price. Nothing happens to them. All these ones are just performative because they know Nigerians are quick to move on to the next thing. EFCC has, they started this nonsense with Bobrisky. They set a precedent, and now
just VIP prison.
Yeah, not even VIP prison. This mutilating of Naira thing. It's not even their jurisdiction to start with. How is it an economic and financial crime? To spray money. It's not an economic and financial crime, but you went to go and prosecute Bobrisky because he said, and what Bobrisky did is what a lot of people, even people that work with EFCC, the top people that they've done before, right? They've set that precedent now. So a lot of people expect them to continue in that direction. But we see a lot of people in the north, rich kids from the north, do the same thing that did not happen, right? And nothing happened to them. No invitation, no nothing. But I'm not saying people should mutilate the Naira or whatever it is. I don't even see a problem with it as long as you're not hearing it. It's normal. I think all around the world for people to spray money, whether you are in the club or something. People do it a lot. People throw money in the air. The biggest currency. People even throw it in the air. Mr. Beast they shoot video with how many millions of dollars every time, right? Is anybody going to arrest him that you are mutilating our currency? It's just we try. These people just focus on the wrongest of things every time. Now, I do have a problem with the police officer appearing in that video because it's totally crap. When I saw the video, that was the first thing that came through my mind. Why would a police officer agree? Again, why would he agree?
Because he who pays the piper dictates the tune.
Exactly. That's why the poor man would always suffer. They will tell you to do something foolish, you will do it senselessly. And just a few days before that video appeared, there was actually a guy in Lekki, I don't know who I think it was an artist or a rich man's son. He was he calling himself King of Lekki or whatever it is? But there was a policeman next to him who was shooting in the air. That just, it was there. Police in Nigeria know how to be misused. They allow themselves to be misused, whether it's for this reason that we're seeing now for entertainment, or by someone else who wants to oppress another person. They allow
Person.
themselves to always be used.
Oh, let's not even go there.
Yeah,
Let's not
they
even
allow
go to
themselves
the
to be used.
Akwi and Burna Boy case, man.
Yeah, yeah. They
Because
allow
that
themselves
one
to
is also another. The court cannot say release this man on bail, and then they already have someone to bail him who is going to drop his land or whatever, and then the police are saying, "Court, no, we're not going to release this man," all because allegedly someone had given you some brown envelopes and all of that. It's just a lot of, to be honest, madness going on, right there. In Nigeria, there's a lot of back and forth over. So you think the Okoya sons are not going to get prosecuted?
Shishi will not happen to them. Shishi, nothing, nada.
So
Nada.
why this whole invited them and everything if nothing is going to happen to them?
You have to form activity now. Say you have investigated and all those things.
So what would the result be? They will say they did not breach it, or maybe it's fake Naira or whatever it is.
Even if they charge them to court, right, it will just end up like Cubana's one. Plead not guilty. Whether they decide whether to.
That was what a friend told me, that they will charge them to court and they will plead not guilty, and then they will tell them to pay a fine.
Pay a fine or whatever it is,
and that's it.
And
What's
do community service. Oh, don't mutilate the Naira. I don't want to hire things like that. Imagine.
Man. It is well. I mean, they, like you said, is a poor man. That's what's going to happen to the police right now.
The guy, that's his fault. He allowed himself to be used. Again, it was an impossible situation.
Exactly. It was a tight situation. I think. See, my own. What's the name now? My own. My grouse with the whole thing is, even if you're going to do that, which is gravely wrong, you should have told these guys, please don't show my face, or don't. I mean, anyway, they will know, they will know the person they attached to the Okoya family, so they know. So there's no how, even if they don't show his face, they will still know that, please, who is the policeman that is attached to this particular celebrity or particular family? Oh, it's Inspector this, they know the person. So even if you back yourself, they still know you, because they send you there and everything, except it was gotten, via some unofficial means, I mean, it's just really, really sad, because the man just got himself used. And right now, while those guys are going to go scot-free, would have him losing his job, doing some, what they call it, all this backroom or darkroom.
Be honest, he may not lose his job.
Everything.
I think he will just get demoted.
He will get demoted and everything, but that's still something. That's the negative thing.
He'll get demoted and he'll probably do something else. He will not be assigned to VIPs again.
And you know that's how he makes his money.
Maybe go find additional security work to do. Into private security.
Man, it's crazy, Sha. It's crazy. It's crazy, because there's a lot of back and forth on this kind of issues. But it all shows that the people who have the money in Nigeria are the ones who are going to go scot-free, while you have the people who do not have. This Akwi thing is actually very confusing for me, against Burna Boy. I mean, I understand the whole thing, but the court has said this guy should be granted bail. But the police are saying, no, court, we are not going to honor this particular thing, because our client, it's madness. It doesn't make sense, bro. It does not make any sense. No matter, even if the guy, I mean, not saying to kill or to do anything is good, but even people who were charged for murder, if they say, if court say, okay, why the case still going on, release them on bail. They deserve to be released on bail. It is the law. This one, defamation, yes, which is a civil case anyways. The court have now said, give this guy bail. We've granted him bail. So far, there's someone that will stand in for him. Someone came to police, say no, he will be in a detention. Shadi. How can you you are defying the court order twice now, 2 occasions? Meanwhile, because you don't want to offend your paymaster.
Come on, just don't just get in trouble in Nigeria, but don't just trust yourself.
It's really, yeah, you just say your own. Oh, well. Anyways, as we round up, Afrobeats, round up today. Another issue that happened during the course of the week is Davido and Ruga.
Why did you have a big sigh?
I mean, to be honest, I was telling someone, was it you know? It was Paul. I was telling Paul that I've never seen a time where Ruga declared that or tweeted something about David before. Like, has Ruga ever been has he ever had any relationship with David? Like, were they ever close? Did they ever meet before? Because I know at the Paris show, Wizkid, Naomi Campbell, Rema, and Ruga met a long time ago. To Paternity, you remember? You know,
I think
they've met a couple of times where Wizkid wore pink. Wizkid wore a pink shirt.
Yeah,
like
I think we even David. I think Ruga had met David in his house.
David?
Yeah, in his house before.
So all of a sudden, Teddy BG, I saw a tweet and a couple of other tweets as well. Teddy BG are not happy because of the way Ruga reversed Wizkid. Ruga talked about Wizkid, being the one that when he was down was said that, Make Way is a great song. Wizkid reached out to him. Wizkid did this, and the team lifted him up. It made his year. 2024 was now a great year for him, and all of that. Just want to thank Wizkid.
Yeah, you shouldn't be thankful to Wizkid or what?
It was his public admiration of Wiz. Even Ruga at the time saying if Wizkid should decide to leave music, he should please let him inherit Wizkid FC. So that got a lot of FC to say, you know what, this is the smallest, this is a mini Wiz. That's what they call it. That's what they call Ruga right now. So if Ruga releases the music, they stream Wizkid, they stream Ruga. They stream Wizkid, they stream Ruga. So they've taken Ruga as the adopted son of Wizkid. And that has infuriated a lot of Teddy BG guys saying Ruga snitched on them. I don't understand it.
I think 30 BG guys are, I don't want to call them a certain name, but I think they are delusional because do you think Ruga is on the same level as a fan base, or is delusional? He's an artist who is trying to make way for himself in the music industry. And if someone had gone out of their way unprovoked, right? I still remember when Wiz came in and was giving shout out to different artists. He did a lot for those guys' careers. Bella Shmurda, all these people he's mentioned.
He did. I remember that WhatsApp this thing.
Yeah. So if he has come out,
even for Charlie Poppy and Bloody Civilian as well.
Exactly. If we had come out and said, Make Way, such a good tune, and somebody that is feeling down, that's thinking, I've just left my label, people are waiting for me to fail, what's going to happen? And he saw the effect of just that cosign, unwarranted. He didn't go and beg for it. He saw, and he lifted his spirit. You're saying he should not be thankful to that person? They should go and sit down and beg.
Yeah, so apparently, I just saw a video right now. Wizkid, Davido taking Ruga in his car and on the tour and everything. So basically, I think Teddy BG were expecting that Ruga was going to be like a loyalist. I mean, there's that unwritten rule. If you are loyal,
it's a crazy rule.
It's a crazy. Why it's a crazy rule? Because Pokoli does not do that, and it's close to the three of them.
You forget
Zlatan as well, even.
Okay, Zlatan is fine.
Zlatan and Wiz.
That at one point,
they've done IDK.
I know they've done. Or before IDK, before IDK, we're done on good terms still.
They do okay. Yes, Zlatan and Wiz were never on good terms.
It didn't look like they were on good terms. Though.
Yeah. There was a time that Zlatan, maybe was it Wizkid snubbed Zlatan or Zlatan snubbed Wizkid at an event at the hotel.
Yeah, it was filming at the back.
Yeah, well, exactly. But I think they made up, and then they are cool right now. Wiz and Zlatan. Yeah. Pokoli, Davido, Pokoli, Wizkid. Pokoli is a friend to. Pokoli will eat with all of them. That they will say anybody.
Yeah, but it's even weird that you think an artist should bring. It's not good for their career for them to take sides. Only a few people are stupid enough to take sides.
So why is Buju doing it?
Why did you have to mention someone's name?
No, because he's the one. Bunsen, why is he doing it?
It's sure for him. But look at the side he's on. He's
on Wiz and he's on Border.
Exactly. He's on two. He's on 2 versus 1. So if you got two backing of two heavyweights, then definitely you don't need one. And now those two heavyweights that you have, you've settled in that camp, that you both of them are also on good terms, right? That means yes, you feel you're part of it and you've taken their sides. I don't think he would never ever need a Davido in this life. I don't
You
even
don't
think
think so?
no, I don't think so, because we're not watching Nollywood movie. It's real life. And he himself is not a bad artist. He's made his own fan base.
Definitely.
Of course, we can say it is being disrespectful, but whatever he's reaping right now, he will sow in the future, because other artists will come and do the same thing to him, and it will be normal. It won't be.
But are you impressed? Are you impressed with his attitude? Sticking with Wiz and Bonner, and then every time throwing shades at Davido, Teddy BG, and the likes.
You know the thing about this thing. The thing where you like I talk, whatever you reap, you will sow in the future. Now the sowing may not.
Whatever you sow, you will reap in the future.
I the same reaper, so
yeah.
You sow, you reap in the future.
Yeah.
You see this thing is I was listening to the podcast of what's it called? Maybe when Kenny Ogungbe was in there.
Yeah.
And he shared a lot of insights, right? And he said this artistry in terms of musicians and everything, that all of them now NFL, right? And what is NFL? He said NFL is not for long. And it's true. People have careers for a certain amount of years. It's for you to make the best out of it in those years. Now, if Uju feels that he's at the, it's at his peak right now, maybe he feels it's at his peak right now, he doesn't have any other level to attain, and he decides to go this route, then so be it, right? But the industry is very wicked, and like the guy, like Keke said, who is an OG and a legend in the game.
Proper OG, man. Proper legend.
It is not for long. The same way you think you're on top right now, there are people who are about to take your space. They are waiting in line to take your space, to take, they are very, very waiting in line.
Yeah.
And of course, that can happen anytime.
That can happen to anybody.
Even to the people that will be, only a few people have had 10-year careers at the top. The top three that you've taken two of the sides now, they've been at the top for decades.
Yeah. The way Teddy BG feel about Ruga, right now, do you think Davido feels the same way?
Possibly. But
why should he feel the same way?
Because Davido has a way of following his fan base. He likes Teddy BG a lot, and there are instances where he misused them in some ways, because he said so in an interview himself, right?
Definitely.
So whatever they are saying is really, when you feed your head with a lot of things, that's why sometimes all these fan accounts, I hate listening to them. There's so many of them that I've blocked on Twitter. I don't want to have anything to read, because they have a way of saying some things that just gets to you or gets to your head and makes you see people in a different type of way. And I don't think Davido or any of these guys are filtering what they see, right? You see them, it's the most foolish of things sometimes.
Right.
And they are reading, they are seeing all these things these people are saying, because it goes viral. They are always seeing it. And if you feed yourself with all those type of things, that's what's going to happen. You're going to start believing the nonsense, the propaganda that they are always
Well, but Lala, unlike Ruga, unlike Benson rather, who has been, we know very well, he's been clear about it. Me and Davido, we are ops. You understand? I would shade him. Ruga hasn't been that kind of person. Even though he has been throwing so many accolades to Wiz, been showing. Wiz has been there for him. Even Wizkid invited him for the Moriah listening party. You could tell that him and Wiz, they have like a very, some sort of, very cordial relationship and all of that. Yeah. How should Ruga handle this whole thing? Or do you think he should also maybe just take his side eventually right now, the way, he's been hailing Wiz, just stick to Wiz? Or how should he manage this whole situation between himself and David? Because I know he's cool with Bonner as well.
I think he's the way he's managing it is fine right now. He doesn't have to publicly take any side. What I see that he's doing is he's being grateful to someone who helped him when he was at a low point in his career. And you have to do that. You can't afford to be ungrateful, because you never know what would come of it, right? Maybe a song with a Wizkid feature, or you feature on a Wizkid song, right?
Song, right?
And that would do a big thing for your artistry. Now, can he also do the same with David? With David, if David is not listening to that toxic, that don't talk
No,
about it like this.
big like you don't want to
I
go
don't,
there.
I
You
don't
don't
talk.
want to go
I
there.
don't talk about it. I talk not
No
toxicity.
no toxicity. No toxicity. No toxicity,
Not
man. No
not
toxicity.
toxicity.
No toxicity, man. No
Yeah.
toxicity.
If
Money na
if
water.
yeah, if Davido is not listening to that toxic part of that
The fan base, yeah.
fan base, then I think he'll be fine. Voga is a good artist. In fact, I'm a big fan of Voga. I'm not.
David just needs to plug himself out of the whole. He needs to stop.
It's hard.
He
It's
needs
hard.
to.
It's
Yeah, I
hard.
know it's hard because even you can't tell me that Wiz does not see or take some.
No. It's
Wizkid
not.
invited
It's not Davido.
Bazito, the Wizkid FC guy that also normally throws shit. He invited him to the Mariah party. So these guys, if they start getting accused of, they are the ones sponsoring this whole thing, how can they even defend it? Because you see someone who has been vowed to the other artist, you're inviting the same person. So that is an encouragement. That means you're trying to say, I endorse what you do online.
Of course,
that's basically it.
That's why it's always crazy when I'm trying to have a conversation with people and people who are clearly on one side.
Yeah.
And they're saying, it's always this camp, it's always that camp. It's all the camps.
It is actually. It is.
Because they have the same sort of people across board. People who share fake news, who share propaganda, who are always bashing, they never say anything good about the other camp. But we who are neutrals will continue to say the truth. The toxic. Oh my God!
Toxicity.
The toxicity is too much. It's too much, and it needs to dial down. And I think these guys are responsible. They owe it to the sensible part of the fan base to call people to order and say, please just promote my music, and if you like me, leave this other fan base. Don't they talk this? It's just hard for me sometimes to see that when either of the artists drop a good song, before you know it, somebody is bashing it for the wrongest of reasons or the most foolish reasons. So it's just hard.
Davido mentioned at a particular interview one day with Ebuka, that famous or maybe infamous right now, Ebuka interview, saying, why does Ebuka think that they are still here today? He said it's because of the rivalry between them. That is what has kept all of them. If they were friends and they were cool, the energy to outwit each other would have been gone and their careers would probably have died down. So Davido was trying to say, indirectly, that the competition has been the fuel for both him, Wiz, and now Burna Boy. And indirectly or directly, it impacted on the fans, because if David releases a song today, they want to get to number one, not because they love the song. It is because they want to bring another song down. That is what fan stanship has become. Wizkid releases a song, even though the song is the most distinct and it does not make sense or whatever it is. The reason why it will go to number one is not because of the quality of the song. It is because the fan base want to show power, they want to prove, and also because numbers have become the name of the game right now.
Isn't this the same for everyone?
It's the same. It's the same right now. But it's more particular with this. So look at Burna Boy's bundle by bundle right now. People where Davido's fans are saying, bundle by bundle is now number kiniko. Number this, it has dropped down. Bundle by bundle. Wizkid will say Davido FC, say it's on a Wizmid. They giving themselves different names, doing stream party, stream this thing, all because they want to outwit each other. And you know what? These artists, they see it. That is why Bazito is getting, rewarded for all the things he does online, which are unethical, to a Mariah party. I mean, some things are ethical. He promotes Wizkid, but he also throws shit.
So maybe they invited him to come out because he promotes Wizkid.
Not because it's through shit.
slanders. Because
Anyways,
people like that who are big accounts, you have
Yeah.
to appreciate them because whether you like it or not, they have their.
but that is
usefulness.
those are the chairmen of the slander.
But they have their
They are the
usefulness.
chairman of it. So how should this artist balance it now? You want to appreciate them because they have big account, because they promote you and everything. You want to make them the unofficial, social media representative and everything.
Yeah.
But can they just be for the promotion of the music alone? Is that possible?
Is it possible? How would they go their own brands too if they are not being taught?
So it's the marketing. Anyways, Coca-Cola, Pepsi usually do it though. So maybe this is never ever going to go. Anyways,
I think we need a new crop of top artists in Nigeria who don't have this much crazy fan base. I think we'll get there someday.
you don't think they're gonna get fan base that will be very toxic. There's Rema and Asake already coming up with the whole Rema and Asake.
Yeah, I think
Exactly. Anything Asake does, they bring Rema start. Anything Rema does, they bring Asake start. There was a time it was Fireboy and Rema.
Yeah,
When they saw that Fireboy was not decided to use Asake.
Yeah.
So the thing is, no matter what, if another artist comes in today, they'll probably compare Fido and the guy. To say Fido is better before
Maybe
it becomes stanship war.
You know what? If you see those sort of discussions, Fido's one versus Asake one, just know today that is engineered.
Definitely. You can tell. They tried to do it for Fido and Olamide, the rap thing and everything, but obviously it was dead and because those guys were cool. They never, they didn't even give them a chance to do. Anyways, I really, really hope that these guys sort themselves out. And but Big Lala, my prediction for 2025 in terms of stanship wars,
it's not going to relax.
It's going to get worse.
It get worse.
It is going to get worse.
What I see these days, some accounts are really blocked them. People who go and wish people bad and come on,
bro.
Some people don't have. They
said Wizkid's mom, he did Morayo. He's waiting for his dad to go before he did Barayo. Like, guys, come on.
These things. Wow.
Come on. You can't. How do you think this thing from your heart as a human? It's crazy, honestly. They said Davido, after he has used the fine, he will use. Come on, guys, really?
Humans are vile people. Today alone, what's it called? Arsenal fans who went to Harvard's wife's Instagram. Someone went to write there that I hope you have a miscarriage. Or I'm going to come here. You see those kind of things.
Because of what? Because of a football game.
Some people are crazy in this world.
Because of a football game. Yeah. Because of now look at this. God. To be honest, it and that is where stanship has come to as well. Look at what Davido knows I'll be your papa or your mama before. Wizkid never even meet you before, but you are there. In your one-room apartment. I'm not broke shaming right now, but I'm saying people are not even cared. They don't even care about their own careers anymore. There's some stans who go on Twitter, bro. You can see that they tweeted 100 times in a day. It's all about the opposing artist. Come on, don't you have a life?
That's their life now. That's their life they are living.
Oh my days.
That's their life. But
anyways. It's been quite interesting on Afrobeats Roundup today. Yes, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show, Big Lala. This is actually amazing, and we want to thank you guys for always listening to us. This is a brand new one. More episode will drop every single week, and
follow us on Spotify.
Please follow us, on Spotify, Afrobeats Roundup, and we'll be glad, that today. Before we go, Big Lala, I want to ask you something. Before we go. So there are two things. As we round up, this past week that we just did a roundup on, who is your, after a match, you say, who is your man of the match? Who is your Afrobeat artist of the week and why?
Of the week?
Yeah.
Wow. I think, to be honest, I have to give Portable because he just finds a way, not for music, right? But he just knows how to put himself in the news. The previous week, he was in the news for the wrongest reasons, which was he had a fight with one of his wives, who was the ex-wife of a very rich Yoruba king, right? And he was in the news for the wrong reasons. And before you know it, there's nothing Giveaway cannot do. There's nothing Giveaway cannot do in the face of Nigerians. And he's not even the first to use such tactics. But yes, he's been in the news for the right reasons. What he's done with Skepta, for Skepta to come out that yes, he recognizes what he's trying to do, that's good. I think I'm going to give Portable the Artist of the Week for that good act. I think Burna Boy even did the same. You know, 1 week he's the worst Nigerian artist because he's kicking a fan. The next week, he's the best. Someone 30,000. So yeah, I think Portable deserves, not because of music, but in terms of activity, Portable is the Artist of the Week for me.
All right, we'll clap for Portable. Right. Shout out to Portable, our Afrobeat roundup artist of the past week that we just did a roundup on. Shout out to Portable Omolalomi Olowo Soni himself. Guys, that is all we have for you on Afrobeat roundup today. Big Lara, thank you so much for coming once again. My name is Sheyi, and of course, please keep liking, keep following us, and keep doing everything to support Afrobeat roundup, and of course, Gusto TV Africa on all platforms, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook as well, on TikTok as well. Guys, please follow us, and you get a lot of these stories as well to keep abreast of what's happening in the Afrobeat space. It's a new week coming up very soon, but for now, we'll say thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. Stay safe and
just enjoy the music. This is from the
Staples. Enjoy the music. Yeah. Push it.
Happy New Year to all the Gusto.
Happy New Year to all the Gusto supporters, Afrobeat roundup supporters as well. Thank you so much for supporting all the time. Thank you so much. God bless
you. It's the time of the year. I'm all up we forgetting the soul, no time for bad vibe, we killing the place. Lot of reasons to be thankful. From January to December, no one shake ya too bad. Up when you're too low. See me, I'm flying. I'm on no time for darling. So why you don't give me something? I want to me go on fire, low. Happy New Year. I just wanna enjoy this vibe. Give me some vibe. Give me some vibe. Yeah. And happy